Welcome back, everybody. AutoMotive Inc. here. Today we are talking about the big news. Yesterday, Ford opened their ordering banks for the 25 Ford Super Duty. Before we get talking about the massive changes that aren't happening, make sure you look in the corner, one of those corners, smash the subscribe button, help a small channel out. At the end of the video, give me a thumbs up and notification bell so you know I'm posting new content. Have a video coming up on the 26th, though, that I think a lot of people will also very much like. So yesterday, Ford did release what's going to happen in 2025 for the Ford Super Duty. If you were to type that in a few weeks ago, it had all kinds of crazy ideas about laminated roofs and purple window panes and all. I'm just being exaggerative, but it was basically an AI generated thing, what they thought was going to change based on speculation that's out there. Plenty of other videos out there with great ideas, even some great artist renditions of what they hoped the truck would look like. But as we found out today, it's much like I told you guys the other day. You're going to want to wait for a 26, or you're probably going to want to wait for a 24, because the changes are not that big where it matters most to the most of the consumers. But there are two or three decent sized changes, and we're going to go through them. So first things first, guys, those ordering banks opened yesterday. They did finally drop limited. It's gone. That's a trim level. It's going to be offered in 5 trim levels. We got XL, XLT, Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum. There's auxiliary packages to those, and those things were going to come at a cost. So at the end of the day, one trim's gone, big whoop-de-doo, because once you hit above Lariat, as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty fancy truck at Lariat. So you got to go sky's limit, go for it. When it comes to everything like that, part of the Platinum, they're going to offer a Platinum Plus package, offer some things, discounts on accessories and service and whatever. They are going to drop, it sounds like, leather and add ActiveX seating material, which is hybrid vinyl, if you will. And frankly, as nice as some vinyl looks these days, who really cares? If you have kids and stuff, that's probably nice. Of course, real leather and higher trims. But to be honest with you, and if you guys didn't know this, most truck manufacturers over the last decade and a half use mostly vinyl in the side bolstering and the back seats and stuff like that. Not a lot of areas where you're going to be sitting necessarily, just as comfortable. So not a big deal there. And then they're going to offer some Ford Pro vehicle integration system, some upfit stuff for accessories added on later from other manufacturers. Now, they did say that they're going to come out and bump payload and towing capacity in some models. Now, that's going to be your bean can, F350, F450, two-wheel drive, regular cab, yes. As we fight these wars with payload and power and all this stuff, yeah, they're going to bump it in some models. But is it going to be a mind-blowing event? It's not. They haven't released the exact numbers yet, but we already know. If you're towing with one of these pickups, they're way beyond what they were in the previous generations. Copilot 360 does get a little bit of a bump. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't like the new look from 23 to today to 25. You're hoping they're going to redo the grille, redo the interior. Not going to happen. Okay, guys? When Ford or anybody talks about appliques, opaques, or interior finish changes or additions, that's it. It's a facelift. They're just putting makeup on the pig in a different way. I'm not calling the truck a pig. I'm just using that metaphor. So as we cruise through here, the Platinum Plus is going to get some weird design elements on the inside to make it a little bit more distinctive than the Platinum itself, and or over King Ranch and so forth. When it comes to that, they're also going to add some black onyx cabin features and some black painted grille with tailgate appliques, so probably the black lettering in the Super Duty. Again, Lariat trim's getting that ActiveX material. 2 new colors added to the palette this year. They didn't drop one. They actually kept Glacier Gray. So if you hate Loki's color, luckily they brought Avalanche in. Avalanche is a very cool color. I'd probably pick that over that. Oh, I'm sorry. They did drop Rapid Red. So Rapid Red is now replaced with Ruby Red. Same color, basically, as far as I'm concerned. Very, very nice looking color. They did keep Race Red, so that's all that matters. When it comes to engine power, stuff like that, they're keeping 430, 485 on the gas. And of course, the HO is 500, 1200. So same on the regular Power Stroke, same on the 6.8 liter. As we cruise through here, the biggest thing, guys, and I'll zap over, I'll put all this information down in the description, is the biggest thing is the 6.8. It was supposed to be this way a couple years ago when it came out, but they limited it and were basically giving you the Godzilla. So now the 6.8 liter is the standard engine on XL and XLT, and on Lariat. So you're going to have to pay for the 7.3 if you want it on those lower trims. So you'll have to decide for yourself if that's something that you want to do. I will tell you my experience with the guys I've talked to that have driven 6.8 in the work trucks and have been towing with them. They say it sucks over 10,000 pounds if you're over 10K towing. The transmission doesn't react at all like it does with the Godzilla. It has a different little bit twist on the torque shift 10 speed. But they say that it's just a gutless pig over 10,000 pounds. So although it's probably going to have a tow rating up in there in the 14, 15, I'd be leery about that, and I might want to add up to that upgrade. So it does suck. So if you want that engine basically as your truck, you're going to have to look for 24. Ford's also going to update some software stuff when it comes to the telematics, fleet stuff you probably don't care about, vehicle security app, and then blah, 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 blah. Now we'll cruise over to Ford's website and let's check this out. So when you cruise over to Ford's website, you still cannot build a 25. You can go to the dealer and put in an order. However, it is very hard to kind of go through and break down what is new and what is different. I will tell you from 2024 to 2025, there is about a $2,000 raise or bump in the price, mostly across all models. So just keep that in mind. As you can see there, those are the base prices. If you want to look at a 350, let's zap into there. You can see right there. I went back to the 24 tab, and of course you can do that. Again, really the biggest thing is going to be that price bump, and then the fact that you're now going to have to pay for the 7.3 Godzilla at Lariat and below. Nothing else super big here when it comes to towing specs. They're already outrageously new. They are saying that they're adding a turn signal camera view, which is already kind of covered in the trailer blindside view on Loki, so not a big deal there. That's obviously the Platinum Plus interior with the Max recline seats and all the checkered pillowed leather and stuff like that. No interior changes. Still offering the 2kW promo power on board. But when it comes to the end of the day, guys, it's basically the same wheel choices, same everything like that. Again, when you look at, say, Glacier Gray, not Oxford White, that's the color of Loki. I would definitely buy this color over that. If you guys want to know what that color looks like, I have a video that I will link below on the 23 STX F-150. And then basically Ruby Red looks just like Rapid Red in my books, but hey, whatever. Then when it comes down to here, you know, same stuff, blah, blah, blah. They show us all the stuff. But basically, you can't build one on the computer yet. If you want to, you know, go through and go to your Ford dealership and order one, you know, nothing changing big, guys. Nothing's changing where everybody wanted a new grille. They wanted new taillights. They wanted everything like that. And I said it, guys. I have people that are deep into these manufacturers that share information with me. And again, you're going to want to watch the 26 video because there's going to be some really cool stuff coming up in that one. Probably put that one out tomorrow or the next day. But I want to get this one out there because, again, the biggest effectors are the price bump from last year to this year and the loss of the 7.3 gasser. So for the gas guys, you're going to pay now for the Godzilla. It doesn't differentiate in here how much that engine's going to cost as an upgrade to the 6.8. But I would tell you that if you're saying, well, I'll just go with the 6.8 because it's more powerful than this one and it's just as good as a Chevy, I would really tell you guys 10K and below, 6.8 fine. For me, if I was buying a gas from Ford after driving a couple with towing, talking to a lot of people, I would do a 7.3 gasser. I would pay the upcharge in the price and get that covered. And then again, as always, guys, not a lot of big changes coming. They are dropping the secure access code that's on the outside of the door in 26 as a standalone standard option, I guess, if you will, on XLT and above. I love that little keypad, but that is something gotta love when the phone rings when you're shooting your video. Anyway, at the end of the day, guys, not massive changes. Some options are going to come up, price packages, some standard options, very few things, but people that want the facelift, not going to happen. And unfortunately, one of the biggest things that would matter to a consumer, most people weren't necessarily thinking of, which is going to be your price, the dropping of a standard engine in several packages, and it's kind of a bummer, but 26 is going to be big. As always, guys, I appreciate you guys being here, and we'll catch you on the next one.